Gilly. Mm, mm, mm. He's got a failing internet show, knowing that he needs people, knowing that the people he can have turn it all around. And he refuses to make that decision to pull that trigger to save the show. He'll let the show burn and down to the ground before he admit he needed help. And he just thinks I can just get it all for free from Kwame and Carcino. Nope, won't bail you out. You're gonna have to pay. Gonna have to pay. But more bad news might be headed old Gil's way because Adidas right now, the company that he wears their clothes, reason why he can't dress, he gotta wear Adidas every day. Hey, I ain't mad at him. I wore Adidas every day for like 4 years. And I had everything Adidas before Gil even dribbled a ball in the league. That was my company of choice, gear of choice. Now, I ain't mad at him. He get paid to do it. I wish I was getting paid. They were just hooking me up. But let's turn to the Booker Price to see what we're actually talking about here. What we actually speaking of. All right, let's take a look. He puts out this invoice to show what he's getting paid per quarter. According to him, Adidas Financials sent this out. Their financial department said, we have settled the following items with the bank transfer number with requested payment on 4/14/2023, subject to goods and services supplied and the invoice therefore being in order. And he showed a number of $150,387.47 that was paid on 4/4/2023. This is what he showed to the world. Now, once he was bragging and boasting about what he was showing to the world, and I get that every quarter. He brags about, out of retired players, I'm the fourth selling shoe in the world, and all of these different things, right? So according to that, he would make $600,000 a year, or on an average, if you add the 4 quarters together. Let's say he does that every quarter. He's looking at $600,000 for the year out of his shoes. That's how much you make in revenue from sales for goods and services. Less than $1 million. That's his shoe deal. Now, I say that to say this. And what's up, good people? I know many of you have other things to do here on One Crack News. We start things off right. The person that Adidas really care about is not Gilbert Arenas. It's Kanye West. And when Kanye West went through the issue with Adidas and he pulled out, 65% of their stock was gone almost, just immediately. People went to sell the stock immediately to get out of Adidas. So in February, it was like a fire sale on what was going to happen. Is Adidas still going to be the company that they're going to be going down the road? So while people are looking into, oh yeah, I got my bulletproof right now in the house. I got my G unit thing going on. I gotta get ready to go to the hood. But Oh, his Agent Zero shoe. He gonna be down to zero in a minute. It's gonna be a lot of zeros if they get through restructuring this deal the way they are. You know, I don't know what to say for him. I wish him luck, but the way things have been developing with Adidas, the stock and everything else, it's like each quarter, each fiscal quarter is different as far as the numbers are coming in from all the people doing the panic sale. Anybody who had stock in Adidas was getting rid of it, and they were dumping it for the lowest dollar. Some people was holding on to see if they could work this out with Kanye, and they worked out a deal to sell the product that they had for revenue and buy that out. But Gilbert Arenas really doesn't pull a lot of weight as far as the basketball world. He's kind of like a novelty piece that you remember for only like it's his TMZ moments, and that really just doesn't sell shoes. His shoe was normally selling by putting other schools, getting deals and contracts with schools, and then they could have the school purchase the shoe. The athletic department will come in and make a deal with Adidas, and Adidas will basically shoehorn their gym shoes over to them and give them some Agent Zeros. Like, we need to get these shoes out of here. Take these shoes. So it's like a dump off. Now, let's take a look at Adidas's numbers in the past month since they've paid Gilbert, right? Because I'm a Googler. That's what we do, right? Gilbert got his money on the 14th. They paid him on the 4th. So if the 4th was here, right? So this is where they were when they paid Gil. All right, so all through the month, they're going up and down. So the quarter's over. So now that the quarter's over and it hits the new quarter, all those rejections, all of those stocks that sold, bam. By April 25th, it hit the floor. This is where it is now. With no rise. Look at the drop off in the company of Adidas. The AdidasGroup.com. That's May 1st. Today is down here. Look at this. This is where the stock is now. See, when Gil got paid, it was up here. He got paid right before the drop off. Now, this is where it is now. It's a fire sale. That is a huge steep drop. That's a steep drop. Look at that. That's like one of them rides at like Six Flags or Disney, Universal. It's like, ooh, here we go. Woo! You don't want to be on that ride. That slide to the bottom, that don't usually shoot back up to the top. That's dangerous. Now, Adidas has been on the cusp of this for a long time. Kanye West, when they actually did the deal with Kanye West, it saved Adidas. Adidas was borderline bankrupt, and they were in the red heavy before Kanye West got them in the black. Then they were on their way to an entire takeover before they got very arrogant and they start firing CEOs and start replacing people in the front office. And once they got to that notion, it was already done. So Gilbert Arenas' Adidas deal might be restructured at the end of the year based on the numbers here. I haven't seen his agreement. If he wants to post his Adidas agreement, that would be fine. That would give us some more clarity to the situation than showing an invoice, because that shows what you got then. I don't think you're going to get that the very next quarter. The very next quarter is going to be quite low. Like you might lose about 30%, if not 40% of what you just displayed right there on the screen. But let's say you did get that. You're getting less than $600,000 a year from goods and services from Adidas. I mean, for us, that would be amazing. Like if I got that right there in that first quarter, if they gave me that, absolutely, that would be great for me. But for Gilbert Arenas, $100 million player, that seems pretty low. Very low. This is a man who made like $20 million a year. He's got all these companies. He's got grow farms. He's an international man. I mean, why are you bragging about this? I don't get it. Right now, Adidas is a ship that's on fire. I know. That's what I was trying to say, Mr. C. He'll be lucky to get that next quarter. It looks like it's bottoming out. But this is the results of people panicking with the stock and trying to get out. So when the next quarter hits, bang, you're going to see the results of all those people bottoming out, and then the numbers are going to reflect. So once they paid Gil that money, Gil bragged about it, and now let's see if he brags next quarter. He might need to restructure his deal, or he need to be trying to find out what's going on with Adidas from other perspectives. Because if it keeps bottoming out, hell, I might buy it. I'm just messing with you. I had shares in Adidas a while ago. If I did a paperwork party, it would definitely shock a lot of people. But I can't do a paperwork party. One, because that would be stupid. Two, a lot of the stuff that I got is proprietary, and you can't show that to anyone, period. Because the way it says confidential, private confidential on the front page, first title, everything. I'm like, damn. But if I showed you that, Jesus Christ. I got deals in place that would embarrass Gilbert Arenas for the stuff he's been doing. He would be embarrassed that, like, this dude never played in the league. How the hell would he get offered something like this? I don't know what to tell you, man. Knowing him, he'll be trying to sabotage it too. He'd be running in there. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, hold on. Stop that. No, not him. Him and Kwame. No. Take my crackhead friend here. Ignore his criminal past. You went ahead, your buddy went ahead and said that you paid him $1,300 a week, that you got Underdog paying him $1,300 a week. For what? Because from what I've learned, his deal is contingent only on Gil's arena. Only. That's the only thing he's working on for y'all, is doing some work for Gil's arenas. Your show. So he basically only working for your show. Right? So if he's working for your show and you're paying this person and you neglected to do background checks, vet this person, what he does reflects you, reflects Underdog Fantasy, and so on and so on. So you basically agrees with everything that he does, no matter how many lies he tells. You know, he walking around with a 24 bucket of chicken hat on, trying to call it a fez. I, I don't know. That's your guy. He goes ahead and curses everybody out, says the most disgusting things on the internet, and then says, I'm on my way to church. That's your guy. I don't know. These are his friends, you know, so he never was a friend of mine. I would never be associated with a person like that. I mean, that person is going to get himself hurt by someone other than myself, because I just know to cut that person off, because I wouldn't be associated with them. And that being a person like Gilbert Arenas, and you want to put your name with that person who does things and to go that far, it makes you look really bad. Even if they didn't like somebody, the people around you, you might be like, hey, that's cool. They're going to be like, I don't think that's cool, bro. Like, I don't even get it. He took a video off of my Facebook, which is personal, and definitely put him in a very difficult situation that he don't know yet. But he took a video that was, I didn't post it on YouTube because there was no need. It was my family, you know, and they were at my uncle's birthday party. He posted it and trying to make a joke out of it. It's like people, even the people that follow him, were like confused. Like, what is this even supposed to mean? Like, it's black folks, you know, being together. Like, I don't even understand it. Like, what is your point? It's not a point. You just need clicks and views. So when he goes and takes that route, he's trying to show, oh, I can just grab anything and use it and do this and that. I'm protected by this. I'm protected by that. Okay. You can only tell a fool something a couple of times. It's just never going to register to a fool. But you just let them go ahead and do what they're doing, and whatever happens, happens. Because they don't get, they think that the person that they're trying to attack is the only person it matters to. That's where they're stupid and wrong at. Because that person that you're showing has their own families. They have other generations of family members, cousins, hundreds of cousins. And each person, if they ever was to see you disrespect their family member like that or something like that, they would go insane. Most of these people are not on the internet, so some of you guys are lucky you can get away with that. But all this disrespectfulness and going over the line, making fun of deceased people, this person has been doing this for years. That person's been doing that for years. Before Kwame came along, before anybody else. We don't do that because that's not in our nature. Okay, we don't go down there trying to disparage their children, anything like that. I don't do that. So that's not my thing. So I don't even go back and forth with a person that would do something like that. It's like not worth it to mention them, go down the line. But when someone has a spotty record of being accused of being a predator, who called himself a predator, stealing from family members, using drugs. These accusations didn't come from us. It came from people that actually knew him in real life, made these statements about him. So I that's the kind of people Gilbert Arenas likes to associate and hang around with and let in his home. Hey, maybe he on crack too. I don't know. I don't know about other people's psychosis, man. I can only just be real and tell you the truth. That's what I'm saying. So he wants to brag and show that Adidas paid him $150,000 in the first quarter of this year, and he's all excited about it. Here's the scenario, though, that people are not understanding or getting. Adidas is in the crapper right now when the new quarter just hit. Just started the new quarter, they starting off in the crapper. I mean, record lows. Well, last year around November, December, they was in the 40s. That ain't good. They're in the 80s now. So it's sustainable. With the settlement with Kanye West, it inflated the numbers up a bit. So back in, like, say, March, the numbers kind of like they went up a little bit. Well, a lot of people jumped on it. Starting the new year out, they said, okay, we're going to try to get this Adidas stock. People start buying up stock. Like Adidas, people panic. They start buying stock once they were selling it. So the numbers started to come up a little bit. Then they dropped off again, and then they did the deal with Kanye to sell the merchandise. People's like, okay, it's kind of stabling out. They got a new CEO. All of these things are coming into place. So the numbers got up to like the 80s, 90s, and then now it's dipping. Took a dive. Well, if you look at it, Adidas was in the best years they was having probably in a long time was in 2021. After the pandemic was over, people went crazy with shopping with money. They had all this money, say they was working from home, people just buying money on clothes. What's up, Joe? Well, the thing is, what's hurting them in the market is product. You have product with no one to push it. Kanye West was the not only the creator of the product, they were able to push the product. Then Ivy Park, Beyonce's brand, lost so much money for Adidas. They spent all this money based on the Beyonce's name. Everybody loves Beyonce so much, but don't nobody want to wear her clothes. She don't even advertise her clothes. She only shows out to advertise it once it's a paid set up agreement for her to come in and advertise her Ivory Park stuff. Other than that, her company, they've been split with Adidas. They just done that. It's been a mess, period. So they've lost tons of money dumping it into Beyonce. They should have gave it to Gilbert Arenas. Gil, Adidas should have gave you some money, man. They should have gave it to you. You could have wore those Ivory Parks. You probably got some right now in your house. They would have got a lot of attention. They're gonna be like, look at Gil, he's so brave. You would have been ESPN Man of the Year. Wearing some Beyonce Ivy Park. Look at Gil, he's so brave. Yeah, She Wade already sending you wine. He already greasing you up. Dude, they were at 189 in July of last year. I mean, 2022. July of 2022, they were at 189. $189.29. And now they're at 87. You go from 189.29 to 89. It just doesn't make any sense. Well, it makes sense, but I understand what's actually happening to the company. It's dismal. All these losses. Panic is the biggest way to lose everything. They lost billions off Kanye West. They lost about 1.3 billion in a quarter. So that's gonna hurt your what you call your operating profit. Once you lose your operating profit, you're already in a deeper hole than you can ever imagine. Can you imagine your operating losses, which was near 750 million in the first quarter of this year, while Gil is bragging about showing off $150,000 payment? Then they got Born, the new chief executive, saying that this is going to be a year of transition. They're going to get back to setting the base, back to growing and being a profitable company. They're going to turn this thing around. We got all the ingredients to be successful. We just need some time to rebuild. Well, how much time do you think they got left? Hmm. Not long. Salute. They really don't have Kanye back. They made an agreement to purchase the. They're gonna get him back, but they made a deal to purchase the final, orders that they had. But it's gonna be really hard to. I don't have to get Kanye West back when that is on the table. No, my whole thing is different. Like when you start saying, let's look into let's look into like Adidas's stock and what can pull them out. You're looking at a company that make $1 billion decisions. Like this is $1 billion evaluation, but you have to be able to connect with your public. And you can have people like Beyonce, who's basically worth $1 billion. If the people don't respond to the product, it's not going to move. And they didn't know how to market Beyonce's brand. They thought they could get Beyonce and they have another Kanye West situation and they could set up another brand. Adidas got too big for their britches and thought that they knew how to make it work. Kanye could sell Yeezy. You know why? Because he is Yeezy. Kanye is the brand. He not only is in the hands-on with all of it, he sells it everywhere he goes. It's Yeezy on his records, everything. So while they went dumping the big money bag on Beyonce, they lost out. And Gil is the kind of guy to accept a check instead of equity in a shoe. He'll take a flat fee if they gave it to him. But in this situation, Gilbert decided that it would be in his best interest if he was to take something that made more sense. And the Agent Zero shoes that they just got sitting around, they just like, well, let's make some money off of it. Almost everything Gilbert does fail. So he keeps throwing stuff at the wall and hopefully one thing will stick. So hopefully for him, it works out. Got my new Vital Protection vest. Maybe one day for him, something will work out. Yes, Gilbert Arenas shoes are overpriced, but they have to overprice them because of the market that they're in. Those shoes are really worth about $69.95. They're overpriced, and you could probably get some at probably 105, or some they got for 150. Because of the way of the marketing of inflation of the shoes, you have to pay overpriced for garbage. So now it's like, do you want to spend $150 on some garbage? Now, Adidas normally makes a good shoe, especially for basketball. To me, their shoes are better than Nike. Hands down. When it comes to a gym shoe, Adidas shoe, hands down over Nike. Now, when it comes to the actual sales, Nike gets it off the reputation. This is where Jordan is. This is Nike. So people know Nike. So a lot of schools and contracts, they only get the shoes or the track suits because the track suits used to sell more than the shoes. Adidas was known for track, running. Hence the words track suit. People made it fashionable. We did. Run DMC in track suits. But Mr. Arenas, who's trying to make his son rich so that he could, eat off him. So he's hoping he can build his son up into a multi-million-dollar contract deal in the NBA so that he can be allowed to come back around and freeload off the NBA again. Like, hey, I'm his daddy. That's my boy. Don't you want to play in the NBA? Shoot, you better get that deal. Shoot, you owe me. All the years I didn't put you in school. Pretended I love you. That's my boy, Daddy Proud. Now run that bread. You help Pops out a little bit. Pops is a little short this week. Hey, I took care of your grandpops. Now it's your turn to take care of me. That's how it works. That's how it works in Gil House. The kids got to take care of the adults. No, his son, more praise to him. I hope he gets everything in life coming to him. I wish him nothing but success. I never really seen him play. So it's not for me to say that his son won't make it or he ain't got skills. A highlight reel ain't gonna tell you anything. You gotta actually see the game. See how they play. Mm-hmm. Well, I would expect more from him than to be associated with losers. Because see, it's you look at the people that's closely associated with you, and that's who you are. That's what represents you. They don't just look at you, they look at the people you associated with. So you come walking in the door with a crackhead and a drunk. That's who you associated yourself with on social media. You attached yourself to an alcoholic and a crackhead who's being accused of being a child predator. That is not good. That's at all. Horrible thing to be accused of. Jesus Christ. That's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. I don't wish that on no enemy. So I would never accuse someone of that unless I knew definitively. And this don't have anything to do with us. This was done way before we knew this person even existed. All of these stuff was going on with him. So he can't say it started with us at all, because we didn't say anything. But to me, that's real fishy. Why would I respond to him? If that guy, I've had that guy in my chat before. He took the link and came up, and he just say things to try to get your attention. But that's just that. Now, here's this person who's attached himself to those people I've described, right? He's attached himself to them. Now, this guy has played with professional athletes, multi-million-dollar people. They wouldn't want their brands tainted or having themselves in a photograph with people such as that. And this man would bring them around just because he thinks it pokes at a former teammate of his who he tried to portray and take his likeness, use this computer image to turn into a semi-white guy for funds and laughs. You thought it would be funny to take a pure onyx man and paint him as a white man. This is funny for you. This is his brand of comedy, is to make this man into a white man. When the person that acts the most whitest of all is you. You won't even identify as a black man. He refuses to be identified as a black man. Don't you dare call him that. Oh no, I'm Afro-Latino. I'm Cuban. Don't call me black. But you want all the privileges that comes along with being a black man. Mr. Pro-Black. Kwame's so white, but you done went through all them snow bunnies than the damn Colorado picnic. Right, and supposedly he related to me through Javi, his cousin. Oh yeah. He's done. But he's on Planet Delusional. Well, that's that's where he illustrates his mm-hmm. I know, right? $100 million man. Uh-oh. Look at him. In the bed, sleeping. Look at that. Nobody on the other side. $100 million man, though. Got a clean other side of the bed. Look at you, boy, sleeping. See, no, then caught you napping. I'm gonna come in there and know the combination lock. Come in that room. Yeah. Oh yeah, his interior decorator, man, you definitely need an interior decorator, man. Whoever did your whole design was colorblind. Everything is black and gray. Throughout the entire house, black and gray. Got that cheap damn sofa in the front. Look like he stole that out of somebody's waiting lounge in the dentist's office or something. Like, ooh, y'all get rid of this couch. I can put this in my living room. Black and gray. Anything to save $1. Like right now, like Compton Magic, right? The high school team where they got all the players there. Look, he gets the pair. Like this is one of the top players in high school. He's one of the top prep players. He gets the shoe. It's a Gilbert Arena shoe. He's like, oh. Does he look excited to you to be holding this shoe? NBA loan boy, he probably took out a loan for the couch. That house he's staying at is a loan. That house been loaned to him. He can't show you no paperwork. Tell him to do a paperwork party and show he owned that house. That's the challenge I got for you. Gilbert Arenas, show that you own that house you sleeping in right now, that you were laying in that bed in, rolling over. Show us the paperwork that you own that house. Get you a good old cup of Blaine James, baby. Good to the last drop. There you go. Gotta get you some. Blaine James. Coming on flavors. I'm gonna shoot my music video. I done heard about the 50 grand you put in the hood But the shooter just got shot. It didn't do him no good. He go in the bag. He pull out these shoes like, the hell is this? Oh. This is like for Christmas, and you get a gift, and you look at the gift like, what the? He looking happy as nothing to get these damn shoes. Boy, they finna restructure your damn deal, boy. Hey, keep finessing them. Get them little 70K, 150K. Congratulations. I hope you get some more, because better get it get it while the iron hot. Cause shoot, writing's on the wall, buddy. No, bro. Everything I had was Adidas. That's what you missing. From like 1994 to 1998, everything I had was Adidas. It caused such a stir in the city. They thought I worked for the Adidas company. I had every jogger suit, track suit, Adidas underwear, Adidas cologne. I had an Adidas watches. Y'all didn't even know Adidas had watches. I had the Adidas watches. Dude, it was over. I had murdered the game with it. Every day, brand new Adidas. I was known for it throughout the entire city. People would try to see where I got my Adidas from, because at then there was no internet like that, so you had to get it out the East Bay book. But I didn't have to use the East Bay book. I had an Adidas rep who used to go to all the stores like Foot Action. I used to go to this place called Foot Action. And what they would do is they would actually present like all the new stuff. They were like, we don't bring this stuff here because they don't order it. But if you want something, here, tell me what you want out of this, and you gonna have it. Straight like that. And boy, did I do that. Yeah, it got all the women's attention. They want to see who's this guy in these new suits every day. Because it was inexpensive. See, when I was working, I'm just like, should I spend all my money and buy a pair of Jordans like everybody else, so I can have the same Jordans as everybody? Or should I buy these Adidas and I can get the sweatshirt and I can get the hat to go with it? I can get 3 things that's worth the price of one pair of Air Jordans. I can have a whole outfit. So that's basically how the decision was made. Yeah, I gotta get my firearm. Yeah, I gotta do some work with that. So absolutely, sir. 100% across the board. Every day, a new Adidas everything. There's a throwback. I got the black Crazy Eights. So you know it's 96. See that? See the LL Cool J on the wall. Got only built for Cuban links. Adidas everything, buddy. Sino stay paid. Wow. I wanted some Kyrie's. Now Kyrie's, what's that? The K5s. Now that was something different. I would have took those. Oh my goodness. Gosh. This is old school. Damn. I done stumbled across old girlfriends, everything. Jeez. My black Adidas. Man, this is crazy. I forgot, man. Y'all got me going through the vault right now. I had the Adidas, anything Adidas, dog. Adidas jacket, Adidas hoodies. Everywhere I went. I don't even see the other one. I'm gonna have to fix all this back. Oh, that's right. That was the wedding. That was so crazy. Yeah, this is Kel from Kenan and Kel, Fred Brothers. I had my Adidas polo. I think this is Kel's birthday or something. Yeah, that was a fresh polo. I mean, that polo, I had shoes to go right with that. I had told a very funny story about that too. Yeah, see though. Woo! The Cino, baby. Cino life. Cino had a J-Lo. So you gotta throw this stuff in the vault. This stuff piss women off. You done piss somebody off with that. They be, God damn it. What's Cino doing with a J-Lo? Oh, absolutely, dog. Look at that. I had the green hoodie with the green jacket, the green and white. Tell you, young Cino was doing this thing, man. I had it all. Adidas everything, baby. So I ain't got a lot of y'all. I don't tell y'all nothing that ain't true. That's an Adidas necklace. Represent West Side. Yeah, I had the Adidas necklace and everything. Oh, my martial arts training. Got a katana. Yes, I can work a side. So, no, that was actually 10 carat. That Adidas medallion was 10 carat. Snowfall sequel? No, it's not going to be a sequel. It's going to be a spinoff. I still ain't did my review for the whole series. Yeah, so that's back when Adidas used to be real. Like, Cino is 100% going to tell you the real. Ain't nothing manufactured about this life at all. It's 100% authentic. So when I tell you that I used to be the Adidas guy here in this city, hands down, it was no question. It was always me. Oh yeah, they used to have the Three Stripe Posse. They was the ones that used to do it here in the city. The Three Stripes Posse. They used to do their events. They thought I was a member. People was like, "Are you a member of the Three Stripe Posse?" I'm like, "What the hell is that?" Ain't in nobody's posse. So somebody was like, "Yo, man, you can't be rocking Adidas like that if you ain't with the Three Stripe Posse. Like, man, we can get you in." I'm like, "Get me in? Yeah, you can get hooked up with Adidas." I'm like, I got my own Adidas. I got stuff they ain't got. They ain't even sell here ever. People was like, "Where'd you find the shoes to match that shirt?" Yeah, you know you always have a hater. Man, all that stuff ain't even really fly like that. Y'all just be tripping. You know, you have that hater show up. You know, everybody else, he get mad. Everybody else is looking at the outfit and be like, "Man, that's dope, dog. Where you get this polo at?" Even I was like, I had a hater bow down. The hater had to bow down and be like, "That's the dopest Adidas fit you had right there." Yeah, I can't even hate on that. I mean, like he was mad he couldn't hate or something. Like I can't even hate on that now. That's tight. No, I get credit when it's hot, man. That's hot. I can't even say nothing. I was like, hey, I know there ain't nothing you can say. I know what it looked like. That's why I got it. But yeah, it's good for the hood stuff, but you know, when you get older, stuff is more important, like, you know, stock. You know, or me getting a check. I'm like, wait a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, it is what it is, man. So I'm gonna tell you like this: love, peace, and hair grease to everybody and your niece. I'm out. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Don't forget to support his channel and the Kwame Brown Bus Life 2.0, Kwame Brown Bus Life Patreon. That's right. Gil, you bragging on the wrong things, man. Now I gotta go in here and fix up all this stuff I just made a circus for y'all. Pulling out all these damn photos. Now I gotta go put them all back. Then I gotta go ahead and clean this gun and get out of this vest. I'm ready for war, baby. Let's take them to war. We gonna climb back. We gonna climb. Let's take them to war, baby. Dylan Brooks is here's the thing. He's a free agent, and the Lakers want to grab him. Lakers fans like, we'd love to have you. I wouldn't come play for y'all terrible ass people. Dylan Brooks should go nowhere near the damn Los Angeles Lakers. He should go to the Clippers. That's where you should go. Go to the Clippers. They need you.